In June 2026, the initial public offering of SpaceX pushed Elon Musk's net worth past a milestone once thought impossible, $1 trillion US. Market momentum briefly pushed that figure even higher, with his wealth peaking at $1.4 trillion in the days immediately following the offering. Reaching this level of wealth concentration invites comparisons to John D. Rockefeller, the man who became the country's first billionaire over a century ago. This comparison is a matter of economic scale. In 1913, Rockefeller's wealth accounted for roughly 2.3% of the U.S. GDP. Musk's trillion-dollar milestone represents a full 3% of the modern U.S. economy. Musk has reached a level of financial gravity that has begun to challenge our standard definitions of individual wealth. Despite this net worth, Musk has previously described himself as cash poor, famously pledging in 2020 that he would own no physical house. This is because modern mega-wealth is tied entirely to corporate stock valuation, making it very different from a liquid bank account. This chart highlights how volatile that paper wealth can be. In 2022, Musk became the first person in recorded history to have lost $200 billion in a single year. His financial standing fluctuates based on daily market sentiment and his high-profile political associations. A trillionaire's power is found in the massive leverage these volatile paper assets provide across the global economy. His $1 trillion is parked primarily in a 42% ownership of SpaceX and 20% stake in Tesla. He receives zero traditional salary from Tesla. Instead, his earnings are tied to a compensation plan that unlocks stock options when the company reaches specific market milestones. This structure led to a major legal challenge in 2024, when a Delaware judge voided his $55 billion pay package, describing the sum as unfathomable and unfair to other shareholders. However, the Delaware Supreme Court restored that compensation package in late 2025, which helped return his net worth to record-breaking levels. Because this wealth is governed by corporate boardrooms rather than standard income rules, it exists outside the reach of typical financial regulations. That wealth creates a unique form of social influence, centered largely around the $14 billion Musk Foundation. Musk's philanthropic approach prioritizes direct investments into space exploration technology, advanced AI safety, and renewable energy over traditional charitable donations. This approach led to a public dispute with the World Food Program. Musk challenged the UN director to provide a $6 billion plan to end world hunger. After the UN provided that detailed plan, Musk instead chose to donate the $6 billion directly into his own private foundation. Critics of the Musk Foundation point out that it frequently falls short of the legal 5% payout required for tax-exempt status, and many of its grants support projects tied to his personal interests, like a private STEM school in Texas. At the $1 trillion level, philanthropy becomes a private, tax-advantaged investment vehicle used to project a single individual's worldview. Musk has recently transitioned this influence into the political arena, becoming one of the most prominent donors for Republican causes. In the 2024 election cycle, his political spending reached over $291 million, a record for an individual donor. He used vehicles like the America PAC to direct this wealth into the Donald Trump campaign, pouring over $270 million into the effort. A $1 trillion net worth allows a private citizen to exert a level of financial pressure that rivals the resources of entire national political parties. This massive scale of spending highlights a unique relationship with the American tax system. An investigation by ProPublica found that Musk paid zero federal income taxes in 2018, despite his growing wealth. The system allows the ultra-wealthy to avoid income taxes by borrowing money against their stock holdings rather than taking a salary. While Musk paid a historic $12 billion tax bill when he sold stock in 2021, the underlying loophole for stock-based wealth remains. This has led to calls for significant policy changes. Senator Elizabeth Warren and other lawmakers have used the trillionaire milestone to advocate for a national wealth tax. Musk's rise to $1 trillion suggests that individual wealth has outgrown the current taxation and regulatory frameworks, creating a level of private capital that existing institutions were not designed to manage.